Woo! Episode 10 of Love Island USA Season 7 came in hot. And I mean pancakes flying, secrets spilling, and kisses being served like appetizers. If you're new here, welcome to Indiflix, your go-to for all the messy, steamy, and jaw-dropping recaps you can't stop thinking about. Make sure you hit that like button, subscribe, and tap the bell so you don't miss a single second of this roller coaster villa ride. Because trust me, you're going to want to stay locked in for this one. We've got Huda and Jeremiah going head to head over pancakes, breakfast, Hannah making out with Pepe, and Ace sliding right back into chaos. This time with Iris. Let's get into it. All right. After the kiss and tell challenge, the guys meet the new bombshells, Pepe and Jalen, and they do, proper introductions. Pepe explains what he does for a living. He is a retired professional basketball player, and he is from Spain, but again resides in LA. And believe he is a coach and works as an after school or I think he actually started it. He has an after school program. And then Jalen from Georgia, he is a truck driver. So they also came in and told the guys, what's up? Pepe let them know he is eyes straight on Sierra and Hannah. And he really does not care who's in the way of that. And then Jalen only said one name, and that one name was Olandria. And I knew it's going to be tea. Like, I knew this kind of man was going to come for her. And Taylor, all I got to say is, get ready. So while the guys are chatting it up, the girls are now chatting it up as well, introducing themselves to Iris, and she's introducing herself as well, and also letting them know who she has eyes on. And she mentions Nick, because she states Nick is her type, but she's looking more for a personality attraction, which all the girls, of course, are like, all the guys have great personalities, so she shouldn't, need trouble looking for that here. But of course, one girl in particular, she actually asked all the girls their statuses. Of course, Amaya's like, I don't have a status. I'm not really with anybody. Ain't no situation going on with her. But who was also going to be the first one to speak up, saying that she's claimed. So Huda made it known, didn't waste any time, that her and Jeremiah are so good. Iris asked, are y'all closed off? She says, no, we're not closed off with words, but he pretty much isn't gonna be looking or interested in anybody else, and vice versa. And y'all, I don't know if anybody else peeped it, but immediately as she's talking, I just love how the producers be producing. They put the camera on the other girls, and their faces tell it all. It's just like, okay, girl, delusional. I don't know. It just gives that. I don't understand why claim someone where they're not claiming you to the fullest capacity as a relationship. He's stated verbally, we are not closed off, that he will still give other girls a chance to have a talk or whatever, and she should do the same. Something's just not clicking. I don't like it, because it's like you're trying to tell all these new girls that come in that he's basically, you're trying to leave your territory, or I'm sorry, not leave your territory, mark your territory on this man. And it's just childish. Again, this hasn't even been a full 2 weeks. You don't know this man. He does not know you, Huda. I don't know. How do y'all feel? I'm ready for her to go. At this point, at first I was like, all right, both Huda and Jeremiah need to go, but she need to go home. She needs to go home and figure life out. This ain't the show for her. As the night progresses, the bombshells are obviously getting pulled or pulling people. So Pepe pulls Hannah first to have a conversation. Again, Hannah is someone he came in already interested in. And it doesn't surprise me that she's open to the conversation. It's a very flirtatious conversation. They get to know each other. They find out that they actually went to the same school, so they already found a common ground somewhere and in interest. You know, she lets him know like she's still in school, wanting to become a doctor. And you know they have good banter. Like they were very flirtatious. You know, he was playing that cool, laid back guy. She was being the flirty girl, blushing. And Charlie couldn't stand it. But hey, I don't know what people expect. Like, you cannot be jumping into things so quickly. Like, this is honestly what you need to see, like how they're going to interact with other people or what's going to test your relationship. But again, Hannah was new. Hannah was a bombshell as well. She hasn't been here long. And the only person that's really been in Hannah's face is Charlie. And Pepe even said that, like, he was surprised that nobody else has tried to talk to her. So he's going to move forward with that and see what he can get from that. So Charlie's another one. He gonna have to be on the lookout. All right, another pairing that pulled each other for a chat was our new bombshell Iris and Nick. And it started off both of them basically telling each other, look, you're my type, physically. So they both feel like physically there's some type of connection. And it was another conversation where, you know, she was being a little flirty, same as he, but I don't think he went too far. I feel like the conversation was still respectful of Sierra. I don't see this being a threat for Sierra. I don't know. I think the guys, it's someone new. It's someone new in the villa, so everybody's eyes are always going to be like wide open and interested and trying to see what's what. But I think Nick and Sierra could possibly make it far in this. I see more of a connection with those two. Again, it could be start off as a physical connection and stay as a physical connection. It may not grow, so we'll see. So our next couple who had a chat that night was Jeremiah and Huda. And y'all, things did not go well. So Jeremiah and her were talking about the new bombshells. And, you know, he's receptive to the guys wanting to maybe get to know her, which I don't think after watching these past episodes, any new bombshell coming in would pull her. But I think he was also saying, like, you know, he's going to give the new girl Iris a chance too if she wants to pull and talk to him. But Huda combated that with, he doesn't do enough for her. She's seeing what the other guys have been doing. So, you know, Ace and the whole breakfast thing, and Taylor and Alondria doing the whole dance thing. She feels like Jeremiah should be doing more. And Jeremiah did not like hearing that. You know, he lays it out to her like, look, you've dropped a lot on me that I'm still trying to process. And I get it. The little things do matter, but like, he's still in his head. And you could tell she wasn't okay with that response. But it's like, girl, you literally just told this man not even a full week ago about you being a mom. And it's not like he can go home and process this on his own. You're always around. You are always around. Like, there is no time for him to break away from this at all and really think about things. So it doesn't surprise me that he's not, you know, doing the above and beyond for her. And then also, what you gave him almost everything. Like, you told him, I guess, whatever was this deep secret of you being a mother. Y'all are clearly getting physical. It's clear. I don't know how physical and at what level or what point, but there's clearly something going on. He probably don't feel like and you already trying to claim him. You're already trying to claim him. So he probably doesn't feel like he needs to put in that much work or effort for you because you didn't give him a chance to do that. Again, y'all been locked down since day one, since y'all met. So how much can you really expect from him? But look, at least you was able to vocalize it. I don't know if that's gonna change. Again, you can tell on this man's face he is still processing everything. Like literally everything. And it's almost every day there's something with her. Like slowly we're starting to see the crack opening up more because there's a problem. So this is not looking good. All right, our bombshell Jalen takes Alondria to the side and have his one-on-one with her. And it's cute. It's very innocent. This being their first conversation. This is who he came in saying this is who he has his eyes on and wants to get to know. He's only said her. I don't know if that's, gonna change, but that again, they have a common background. They're both from the South. He goes more into, his background being from a small town and his family wanting him to move away from that. And it was an adjustment. So I can see possibly something happening. It's gonna be slow, y'all. I know it's not gonna be one of those fast burn. They're not gonna be a fast burning couple. Like I can tell he's very gentle, and he's probably gonna take his time through this. And I don't know if that's gonna be a good thing or a bad thing because she already has something established with Taylor, right? So I don't know. And she is a slow burn, but having two guys moving at the same speed, like it's gonna be hard for her to decide. I do think she will give Jalen a chance. Like she's not gonna be completely closed off, but Jalen's gonna have to come hard because her and Taylor's connection, whether it just be a friendship or not, it's strong. So Pepe and Amaya talk. And I'll be like, Pepe, run. No, I'm kidding. Amaya just needs someone who matches her speed and her energy. But they're both from a Spanish background, him being Cuban. She shared that she's Dominican. So that's a common interest, which is good. He didn't necessarily say Amaya was the one of the girls that he was coming in for, but Amaya definitely looks like she's definitely interested in him. So I child, I don't think Amaya's going home. I don't think any of the guys here want to be paired with Amaya. Next time there's a recoupling or an elimination, I don't think it's gonna look good for her. I think that whole Ace thing kind of messed up her chances or image because I think all the guys are kind of looking at her one way, which sucks. She seems really bubbly and positive too. But she just needs a guy that's gonna match, that fiery side of her or be able to handle it. And I haven't been able to tell if anybody that's here on the island. I don't know. What do you guys think? Do you think it's time for Amaya to go? Or do you think there could possibly be someone here that could match her energy? So it's now the next morning. We have our typical couples fixing, each other breakfast. Nick came up, made Sierra breakfast, but he also made the new girl Iris some breakfast. So there, he's showing a little bit of his cards. And then Jeremiah fixed a breakfast for Huda. But Shorty, I'm going to say she was making fun of that man. She did not. I guess the pancakes were undercooked. So she was like, chatting about it with the girls upstairs and while they were getting ready. And she was like, yeah, I'm going to have to throw these out. And then they go back into the kitchen and she just winds up cooking her own breakfast in front of Jeremiah. She did tell him, like, I threw them away. And I think she asked Taylor to help her fix, her breakfast or whatever. And that was pretty much it. That girl, I don't think she's aware how she comes off. And that could be a problem. Because you just simply saying, you know, I threw your stuff away. Like, no, I appreciate you doing this. It was just a little undercooked or whatever. Like, anything like that. But she's just digging her hole. Like, with him, and his patience is wearing thin. But within this breakfast time, of course, good old Ace is still trying to win Shelly over, so he plans a date. So Ace asks Nick to basically lead a yoga session with him and Shelly. And I think Shelly is loving this from Ace. Like, he's really putting in a lot of effort to show her like he's into her. And this is good because it's not like they can just leave and go out on dates. Like, you have to keep things spontaneous here while you're stuck inside, unless, the producer sends you out on a date. But I like that he's showing a lot more. Of course, Austin doesn't like it, but like I said in my last video, Austin, you got to step it up, sweetheart. Like, you got to do more. There's another guy coming for your girl. So I don't know what more you expect. Like, just step it up. So this is when the drama starts unfolding with Jeremiah and Huda. They're having breakfast, and Huda again brings up again that she had to make her own breakfast and recruit Taylor to also help fix her breakfast. And it's the way she said it. Jeremiah was like taken aback, like, okay, like, what you trying to say? And he said, WTF, like it seems like you're trying to start a problem, which it does seem like that. And you know what? Now I'm thinking about it. Maybe she's just that type of girl. Because, there are some girls that like the drama and will purposely try to start the drama to get some type of reaction from their partner. And she may just be giving that. Like, I just want to see if I can get a rise out of you. And maybe that's her interpreting like that this means you care for me. But no, not everybody's like that. Jeremiah even mentioned he's been in therapy. He's watched his parents have a healthy communication style. Like, what you're doing, this ain't it. And he's not for it. He feels like she's nitpicking almost everything that he does, like that he can't win. And her response was, well, why when when you tell me you have a problem with me, like, I care about that problem and I want to change that. And with you, whenever I tell you I have a problem, you laugh at it or whatever. Like, girl, it's the smallest things though. Again, y'all just met. So relax. Why don't just relax and let things just happen naturally? I feel like there's just too much pressure in this whole dynamic relationship that they have. Like, it's too much. And as a viewer, I can't stand. I want it off my TV. I'm like, bruh, either she gotta go or get them both going, because this is just it should still be fun right now. Everybody should still be having fun getting to know each other. It's just way too much. But that conversation ended bad. She got up and stomped off, and it's like, girl, grow up. Like, you have to communicate with your partner. Y'all have a disagreement, talk through it. This ain't the way to go about it. So, of course, Jeremiah pulls his boys to the side and he vents about it. Like, look, this girl is wilding out because I'm not doing this, and this is a problem. And I'm glad Charlie said it. He told him, like, yo, mate, she's not your girlfriend. Like, she's not. And can you only imagine if you do, become serious and y'all put titles on it? Like, this is already starting as so toxic. Like, again, y'all, the eyelids are opening. Like, I think he's starting to realize, I messed up. I jumped way too deep into this way too soon. This is a lot to handle. So as Jeremiah was talking to his boys, Iris walks up and pulls him for a chat. And it was more of just trying to get to know him, where his head was at with his relationship with Huda. She had mentioned literally early that morning though that he kind of gave her the ick because she's seen this big fat hickey on his neck, and it, again Huda leaving, or marking her territory with Jeremiah, and Jeremiah actually did say something to her about that, about her leaving a hickey, and of course she tried to deny, but it was like, all right, bro. But yeah, they had like a cute little conversation. She had told him that she's really into chess after he mentioned he's like, a mass competitor for Uno, which I get it because some Uno rules be crazy. But anyways, it seems very friendly. He lets her know, yes, he's with Huda. And right now they're having a little tiff, so he doesn't want to, you know, rely everything or jump into something else just because they're having this small little tiff. But it's clearly shown that there's some type of crack. And he clearly said he's not completely closed off. So we'll see if Iris is even interested further of getting to know him. She has way other options. So Pepe pulls Sierra for a chat, and this is another islander he said he was interested in. And yeah, I don't see it. Like I said with Iris and Nick, and I don't think there's anything that's threatening the Nick and Sierra's relationship. I see the same thing here with Pepe and Sierra. I mean, they were cool. Again, this is only like really the first day of them getting to know each other, but like I don't see as much of a spark as I seen him with him and Hannah's conversation. Sierra's a beautiful girl, and he kept reiterating that too, like how beautiful she is. And they have like a common interest and love kids and love returning kids. So it was cool, but you could just tell Nick is number one for her. It's gonna take a lot for someone to swing her head. So our next spontaneous couple, Mr. Taylor, plans a meditation session with Alondria, and he has Austin leading that. And it was cute. It was funny. They were having fun with it. And again, Andrea is loving that he's being spontaneous and creative and putting these dates together for her. But, I kind of agree with her with the thought of if Taylor is doing this because there's a bombshell here who's expressed his interest for her. Granted, he did the salsa dancing before the bombshells got there. But I don't know. What do y'all think? Like, I'm like 50-50 with it. Like, part of me is like, okay, yeah, he could be really genuine and he's finally like, feeling her more than just a friend. But then also there's that threat level of this other bombshell that may be her type and that possibly she'll swing that way. I don't know. I'm 50-50 with it. Y'all tell me in the comments, like, do y'all think Taylor's really doing this because he really wants to be with her, or is it because he doesn't want nobody else to have her? This girl, Iris, has options. And one of the options I was hoping she was not going to have is Ace. But Ace did his Ace thing. He done pulled this girl to the side, chatted it up. They laughing, they flirting. Oh, God, I hate this so bad. Like, I hate this for Shelly. And I think she's starting to get annoyed with it, too. And it's just pushing her more and more towards Austin. I really wanted Ace to be like, I'm going to just chill this go around. Like, I already played the field a lot since the start of this. You've been doing so much for Shelly and then still just turn around and peak interest for any new thing walking in. Like, it's just not a good look. And then part of me just doesn't want to fault him for it because this is what you're supposed to do on this show. Like, you're supposed to get to know other people and make connections. But one of the main things is making connection and building on top of that. And it seems like he has made the connection with Shelly. He's been building on top of it, but it keeps plateauing because something new walks in, and it's not gonna keep growing if you're gonna only do it until someone new comes in, and once you're done with that new person, you want to go back to it. and you're going to wind up losing her. The same advice he gave Taylor, he needs to give it to himself. So towards the end of the night, the Islanders get together and they want to play a game of truth and dare. And the first person, of course, I'm not surprised, to want to play is Austin. He asked for a dare. So his dare was to basically perform or showcase his favorite X positions with Shelly, and he did a couple of them with her, and they were having fun with it. She wasn't, declining doing that or whatever. Guess who didn't like it though? Mr. Ace was sitting there pouting. He didn't even want to play the game. So I get it. There's some bit of jealousy there, but I don't think Shelly would have took it that far if she didn't watch you pull yet another woman. So Jalen pulls Alondria again to have more conversations, as he should. He doesn't want that to slip. And I'm sure every woman love a man that go for what he want. Like, he's not playing the field. He's like, look, I came for one person only. And he's showing it. He's pulling her. They're talking. He wants to get to know her more. And I think eventually that's going to open her up. Like, I see potential here. I see more of a potential here than I seen with Taylor. I don't. What do y'all think? Like, I just think if he keeps, pursuing her more and more and applying a little bit more pressure, he may get her. So another Islander that we have not talked about in a while on this channel is Charlie. Poor Charlie. Charlie, I don't know why I'm saying his name like that, but he's not happy. Him and Hannah was supposed to be in the kitchen making guac together, and Pepe was like, either Charlie, you gonna have to leave or we're gonna leave because we're gonna have a talk. And Hannah, I guess she was living for it because girl was like, all right, let's go. Like, we can go right now and have this talk. And of course, Charlie is in his head about it. Like, he is nervous. Like, here's this other man, which he didn't have to worry about before. No other guy there was going after Hannah. So he was feeling very, comfortable. But with Pepe applying so much pressure on Hannah, like, it has him shook. And, he's having these conversations with Shelly, and she was like, yo, you have nothing to worry about. Unless she tells you have something to worry about, you have nothing to worry about. Until Charlie got something to worry about, y'all. Hannah is all over Pepe. She ain't wasting no time. I don't blame her. He is applying that pressure. That's what I'm saying. Y'all getting too comfortable. There are other people coming in throughout this entire show up until almost maybe a week or two before the finals. Like, don't get too comfortable, sweetheart, because Hannah is on that. And I believe it may be over for Charlie. I don't know. She's being pursued by another man, so it probably feels good to her because she came in one guy only and been stuck with him, her entire time here. And Pepe is letting it be known, like, yo, I want you. And the way that they was kissing, it was given very much passionate. So Charlie, you may have some worrying to do, sweetheart. I don't know if Hannah's going to be honest and tell you. What do y'all think? I don't see her telling him what happened in this room, but we'll see. And that's a wrap on episode 10 of Love Island USA. We got breakfast arguments, makeout sessions, and new bombshells who may or may not shake up the villa like they promised. But with Huda and Jeremiah hanging on by a thread, Pepe and Hannah heating up, and Ace spinning the block again, something tells me the mess has just begun. Let me know in the comments. Do y'all think Huda was out of line during the breakfast fight? Should Hannah explore something real with Pepe? And y'all, is Ace actually going to be serious this time? Don't forget to like, subscribe, and hit that bell so you never miss a recap. New drama, new triangles, and maybe a new villain are on the way. So stay tuned right here on Indiflix. See you next episode.